Alright, so in this video, I'm going to do something a little different here. I'm going to rank the catalog of the Beatles. They are my second favorite band. I have three favorite bands. Beatles are definitely number 2 on this list. Zeppelin's number 3, and of course my favorite is Kiss. I have said that before on here. Now, there's only 3 bands who I've listened to their entire discography. I don't own them all, but I've listened to all of them. Other bands, I've listened to a few albums or one album or just the hits. Although these bands I do like, and would in the future like to listen to everything they have and rank it. That's a lot of music to listen to. And I know Spotify has a lot of them. So I'm going to have to get cracking on that someday when I ever have the time. I'm usually pretty busy. But anyway, I'm going to go through and rank all of these. There are 3 albums I do not own of theirs. And these will be on the bottom of the list. Every single album by them is great. I love them all. Just some more than others. So none of these are terrible albums, so this is just how I'm going to do it. I'm just going to rank it. Okay, so first on the list, this is last album. Least favorite out of all of these is their first album, Please Please Me. Yeah, their early stuff's a little, at times, teeny bopperish, but basically, especially the first couple. But still pretty good. I like that kind of music. I mean, if it's rock, anyway. And I don't really care for, like, those boy bands that came out in, like, the 80s, 90s, early 2000s. Like, ugh. My sister was into that stuff. And that's not the Beatles, obviously. But, you know, very poppy and, yeah, I mean, it's still a good album. And the next on the list, of course, is the soundtrack to Yellow Submarine. There's only a few songs on there that I like. I mean, half the album is songs that they wrote and sang, and half is just, like, instrumentals that their producer wrote. And there's no lyrics. So that's why that kind of ranks low. It's technically not a... I don't know if that is technically a Beatles album or not, but we're going to count it. I think most people do anyway. And then there's With the Beatles, is after that. Now, here's the ones I do own. I'm going to go through right quick. There's With the Beatles. My favorite songs are It Won't Be Long, All My Lovin', I love that song. Hold Me Tight, Money, which is a cover. And then there's the soundtrack to A Hard Day's Night. Favorite songs are, of course, the title track, I Should Have Known Better, If I Fell, Can't Buy Me Love, Anytime at All, I'll Cry Instead, When I Get Home, You Can't Do That, I'll Be Back. Most of these I just love. And then the other soundtrack album, Help, came out in 1965. Help, The Night Before, You Gotta Hide Your Love Away, I Need You, Another Girl, You're Gonna Lose That Girl, Ticket to Ride. You know what, I like all the songs on there. I can't really say every one of those is my favorite on that album. But it's not my favorite out of all the Beatles. Let's see. Righty. And then there is Rubber Soul, which came out right after Help. Now you'll notice on this album and on Beatles for Sale, they start to change a little bit. Or like, I'm going to say kind of like Bob Dylan in a way. I know that he did influence them in this period. So they're starting to mature at this point. But my favorite songs are Drive My Car, You Won't See Me, Nowhere Man, which is probably the best song on here, in my opinion. in My Life, which is my second favorite. I think the second best out of this. If I Needed Someone, George Harrison tune. And then another soundtrack album. Well, half soundtrack, and half is stuff they just wrote to flesh it out. But Magical Mystery Tour, which is a movie they did that wasn't received very well. I don't think Yellow Submarine, I think that was received pretty well, but it's like, I do prefer Help and A Hard Day's Night. I think those are really good movies for what they are. But on here, you got the title track, Fool on the Hill, Your Mother Should Know, I Am the Walrus, Hello Goodbye, Strawberry Fields Forever, Penny Lane. Alright, now, top 5. And these could change at any moment. The White Album. Back in the USSR, Dear Prudence, Glass Onion, Obladi Oblada, While My Guitar Gently Weeps, Rocky Raccoon, Don't Pass Me By, Revolution 1. I do like the single version, which is a heavier song. The album next, number 4, is the last one they did before they changed. Although you could kind of start to see them evolving into the hippies they were in the late 60s. Revolver. You got Taxman, I love. I'm Only Sleeping, the song Eleanor Rigby. Yellow Submarine, the song, or it came out on this one. Good Day Sunshine, And Your Bird Can Sing. Got to Get You Into My Life, Tomorrow Never Knows. Those are really good songs. Number 3 is Let It Be, the very last album they did. Well, not the last recorded, but just the last released. The last recorded is coming up. But this has Two of Us, Dig a Pony, Across the Universe, I Me Mine, Let It Be, the title track, I've Got a Feeling, One After 909, Long and Winding Road, Get Back. Those are really great songs. Number 2, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. This is the first album of theirs I actually bought. Not the first CD. The first of that was a Greatest Hits compilation. But this is the first album of theirs that I bought. And of course, my favorite songs, Sgt. Pepper's, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, the title track, With a Little Help from My Friends, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, Getting Better, Fixing a Hole, She's Leaving Home, Being for the Benefit of Mr. Kite. Within You, Without You, I don't think is the best one on here. It's good, but not my favorite on here. It's probably the one I like the least on here. When I'm 64, Lovely Rita, Good Morning, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band Reprise, and A Day in the Life. This is basically kind of like a concept album, and I know it inspired other bands. I mean, you had Moody Blues did Days of Future Past, and then, of course, Tommy by The Who, which is really big, and I love that album. Quadrophenia is another one that The Who had done. Of course, Alice Cooper did a lot of concept albums throughout his career. But yeah, this was a very influential album, and it is some of their best work. And my favorite album of all time from the Beatles, Abbey Road. This album is the last they recorded, but not the last one released. That, of course, Let It Be was the last one that they released. But they recorded this. Some of the stuff, a lot of the stuff, was recorded during the Get Back sessions, is what it was. Let It Be was going to be called. And then, that kind of fell through. They shelved it, and then they did the Abbey Road. They added some more songs, I think. But, yeah. Every freaking song is great. Come Together, Something, Maxwell Silverhammer, Oh Darling, Octopus's Garden, I Want You, She's So Heavy, Here Comes the Sun, Because, You Never Give Me Your Money, and this begins a whole medley. It doesn't end, it just one after another. Sun King, Mean Mr. Mustard, Polythene Pam, She Came In Through the Bathroom Window, Golden Slumbers, Carry That Weight, the end, and there's a little bit of a pause, and then you get Her Majesty to end it. And that is my favorite album. And that is all their catalog. So, anyone has an opinion on what their favorites are, let me know. It'd be a nice little conversation to have if anyone else out there likes the Beatles. I'm probably going to do one for Zeppelin and Kiss at some point. And it's probably going to be the only 3 ones that I do until I can familiarize myself with others. And, of course, there's all kinds of other stuff that I want to do on this channel besides just music. And I'm just doing all kinds of stuff. And I really am starting to enjoy this a lot more. It was something I've always wanted to do. And there's people I've been watching for a while, for at least 2 or 3 years now, and they've inspired me. And so I hope to continue to do this. We'll see where we go. But that will be all for now. I will talk to you all later. Have a good day.